Mason Greenwood to represent Jamaica. Mason Greenwood to switch allegiance, nationality, whatever you want to call it, but he wants to play for Jamaica. Is this actually true? Don't go nowhere because we're going to dive into this story from a different perspective. So, welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Lighter too bright. Yeah, light. A little bit too bright. So, let me turn it down a little bit. So, again, welcome back, people, to MG Sports TV. Thank you very much again for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. Massive support. The 10 minutes to 10 seconds OTA take to come here and listen to this video. Now, there's an article going around, now various media outlets have been reporting it, that Mason Greenwood will be playing our set to switch allegiance for Jamaica, to play for Jamaica. But there is something that's missing, a huge factor. I'm very much afraid I might have to burst some bubbles. I'm going to read into the article by Matthews. Green light, Mason Greenwood set to turn back on England to play for Jamaica under former Man United coach Steve McLaren. So the Sun Sport has learned that the FA have been approached by the Jamaican Football Federation with a formal request to transfer Mason Greenwood's international registration, and the process is already underway. So, people want to remember that the part. To transfer is international registration. Transfer is international registration. Let's continue. All right, so let's get into the article, the aspect of Mason Greenwood. Greenwood has been in exile for almost 4 years. He has been sent home from that'll give a whole lot of details. Do we really need that? No. We need the important part of the detail. I'm going to the important part of the detail. I know I'm going to all in the rhetoric there. All right, after he began to perform well for Etafe in La Liga season, Southgate said that selecting him would be a distraction ahead of the European Championship. Listen to this now. Jamaica first tried to get Greenwood to switch his international allegiance after the criminal charges were dropped last February, which he initially declined as he wanted to revive his career with England. McLaren's appointment as manager of the Reggae Boyz earlier this month, is understood to have led to renewed approach to Greenwood, which appears to have been successful. The former England boss has played a pivotal role in persuading him, as he knows Greenwood from his time on Terry Henry's coaching staff at Old Trafford. Ten Hag also wanted to give Greenwood a second chance at United, but was overruled by club executives last summer who feared a backlash given the allegation made against him. The FA are understood to have handed over the paperwork to the Jamaica Football Federation, who will now submit a request for a change of international registration to FIFA for approval. Greenwood is eligible to play for Jamaica through his father, Andrew. FIFA rules allows him to play the switch despite having played a competitive game for England. The regulation permit national team changes if a player has played in no more than 3 competitive senior games before the age of 21. Switching to Jamaica will give him the chance of playing in the 2026 World Cup in the United States. McLaren's side have CONCACAF Nations League game against Cuba and Honduras next month, but the change may not be made in time for Greenwood to play. Yeah, all right. So I think that's covers all of the article, the initial aspect of the article. Now, basically, let's get to the important stuff now. For me, I would want to see this happen. I know in past, whatever, everyone deserves a second chance. Honestly, everyone deserves a second chance in life. Now, many of us have, a lot of Jamaicans have got throw stones, and you'll find quite a few of them throwing stones. But I nature of the world that you have some people agree, some people disagree. That's just how the world operates. Now, listen to this again now. The FA are understood to have handed over the paperwork to the Jamaica Football Federation, who will now submit a request for the change of international registration to FIFA for approval. Now, this is a part where is very complex. And let me explain it to you guys. One, Mason Greenwood is not a Jamaican citizen. Two, Mason Greenwood does not have a passport. Three, if he does not have a passport, he cannot apply for the same, let me get this. Apply for the request to change of apply for the registration, or should I say the clearance. Yes, my apologies. Yes. He cannot apply for clearance. So the JFF cannot apply for Mason Greenwood clearance from England FA because he does not have a passport. He will need a passport to be able to apply for the clearance. Any documentation that would be needed to become a citizen, those documentations would be from Mason Greenwood. Unfortunately, at this present moment, from very, very reliable source, stated that yes, the interest for Mason Greenwood is there. But at this present moment, there's complications in acquiring the citizenship. And to get the citizenship, he has to get the citizenship before he can get the passport, before he can ask for the clearance. So basically, the articles that are being spreading right across the world, technically, reach to the point of clearance before citizenship. Now, for sure though, interest is there between the Jamaica Football Federation and Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood at this present moment is interested also to play for the Reggae Boyz. Now remember that it definitely did turn down 2 embassy dates. It did turn down that deliberately, twice. But he's now interested, which is quite good. We'd love to see him come in. But unfortunately, it's not anytime soon. Until those paperwork is sorted out, then he can apply for a citizenship. Then he can apply for his passport. Then he can apply for the clearance. So hopefully, we make it a bit more clear too. No? But it's a good look because the interest from the Jamaica Football Federation is there, and the interest from Mason Greenwood is there. It's just unfortunate that based off the reports that are coming out, it basically make it look like say Mason Greenwood things started out and him impending September. That's how it sounds. But that's not really the case. So hopefully that cleared up. It would be interesting to see how this one go. I think it's quite important to keep an eye on this one. It's important to keep an eye on this one because I do believe that this one might go through. When? That's a good question. I'm not sure. Maybe next year before we even see him. Maybe even the World Cup qualifiers before we see him. Maybe. Just saying. Maybe. But we're in a good stead because both parties are trying to work together to solve the issue. So that's a good part of it. So Mason Greenwood to the Reggae Boyz? Yes, but when? But when is the point? So it's a good look. It's most definitely a good look. So hopefully me clear up 1 and 2 stuff. Big up on yourself, people. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys again. Until next time, MG Sports TV. And we're out. God bless. Boom. Now I mean, Mason Greenwood and the host.